So, the time of this recording is... I just got out of bed. I tried to have a nap. 9:50 p.m. the 5th of February, 2026. So we had the patch that brought in the Flintlocks and Zenda Wu. I'll be trying this out just in quick. I could try rank, but it'll be a disaster because I'm shit at this game. But I have been playing Quickmatch on and off today, dealing with the logistics and the preparation for all the shit show that's going to be going on next week because my grandmother's going to be coming home from rehabilitation. So I was actually streaming a good chunk of the day, which will probably be the last time I'm ever able to stream, honestly, with the revolving door of chaos that's going to be going on. It's not really like the best use case for getting used to the stuff they've added because there's only a few players. Most of the games are bot matches. The game's pretty dead. But I did get to try her out. And I've been using F1 exclusively. I have not seen a reason to use F2, but I did run into a very laggy dude that was like high tie guy or something like that. He was able to get off his F2 in the midst of being attacked, and that was really strange. So that's one of the only times I've died. The other time I died to a laggy server hopper that was on Viper, so that one's kind of irrelevant. And I still almost killed him, even though his gear was substantially better than mine. And I think I died to a bot at least once. So the bots are really, really cancer. I've just been using F1. I have tried the different ultimates. I've been sticking just to V2 because I can't see a reason to use V1. So the line of fire that this creates is kind of like a longer version of Justina's V2, but the damage it deals is so insignificant. It's like 20 damage or something with a gold weapon, and the fire tick damage is like 6 or 7. And I don't know why it exists, honestly. That one's going to get changed a lot, I'm pretty sure. Meanwhile, I remember looking at the video for her, and you had like an indicator on the ground for her V2 that looked a little bit like a larger version of what you would see with Furia's, I think, V2. This works very differently and is way more responsive than that is, at least to me. I never really could use that ult very well on Furia, but this one here is kind of brainless, so... I think the bind is a flat-out stun. I thought it worked like Valda's ult, where if you touch them once, it immediately gets rid of it. This actually seems to work a little bit more like Enchant or Freeze, where you can hit them several times and it won't knock them out of it. And that's, I guess, more powerful, not as powerful. I'm not really entirely sure what the conditions are for that yet. Her F1... is an escape that has a component in it where you can throw a bird out. Think of it a little bit like Lanny's ultimate, where you can throw a ball out and it hits things. But this bird does like 0 damage, and the stagger it offers is pretty worthless. Now, what's interesting about this is that if you go into this webpage, you get data that doesn't exist elsewhere, because this game is really bad at telling you what things do, because that's precisely what you do in a competitive game, is you hide information. This claims it restores some health. I'm going to fully admit to not really paying attention to that, and not really sure how much health it actually restored. I don't think it was very much. But it's kind of... I don't know how you're actually really supposed to use the attack component of that, because since the stagger it offers is so insignificant, you can't really add it to an attack to restand or anything like that. And you can't, like I've been throwing it like the end of attack chains and stuff like that, and I don't know. Sometimes you think, oh, I'll use this and get an attack. No, that's actually gotten me killed. I think it was actually something that got me killed against a bot or something. But, yeah, it basically offers nothing. I think they might change that. This one here is what gives you a combo starter. And I think it does a little bit of damage. But, I haven't really tried it because it isn't an escape, and I feel like I need an escape to survive. because, yeah, I'm shit at this video game. So the core functionality of her ultimates functions exactly the same. You can't see the web page on this, I don't think. The stagger on her ult, I think, can constitute as a combo starter if you're close enough. But I actually think what you probably would prefer to do with it is use it to combo into a ranged weapon attack. If you're actually good at aiming a ranged weapon, this does give you a free shot, which can turn into a headshot, especially if you have something like slow shot or armor pierce or something like that. Maybe a red bow is pretty nice. I've played a little bit with the Flintlocks. I think they're going to be really, really strong in team modes. And in solos, they're going to be basically the same as a pistol. And they're kind of like the repeating crossbow, just better. But since it is a consistent string of damage that they do, it's, yeah. It's a lot of damage if you can be leveled on their head. I haven't really gotten to play with the Jays that much outside of training. They're definitely stronger than the repeating crossbow, but I think the musket and bow are going to be more preferable for solos in particular. But, well, I haven't ever had success with ranged weapons in this game, so I'm not going to pretend to be an expert on that. I have tried to use them. They are a little bit better at hitting moving targets for me, because with the latency being so high and the projectile behavior in this game being so strange, I never really get much reliability out of them, but the explosive Jade in training actually offered a significant chunk of damage, but I haven't been able to try it in a real game yet. But 1,000+ damage with gold ones is pretty common. So if you can get a bunch of consistent hits. I'm going to take this. That's a bot. And I didn't want to replace that. The bots have been absolutely menacing today. They have been a pain in the ass left and right. The bots don't seem... They sometimes iframe her shit, but not as badly as they do Tessa. I'm actually not sure it's possible to iframe the... oh my god, how disgusting. Look at this. I've already got the gold jade for the Flintlocks, so if we can pick up Flintlocks. That'll happen. The bots are actually holding that a lot. Yeah, the bots are, Greatsword bots are some of the worst shit in this game. Fist blades and flying knives are also bad. So in this map here, you'll notice that these are all color-coded. So it seems like they added some random buff stacking thing, which, depending on what you do inside an area, this Counter-Strike one is absolutely fucking nuts, by the way. 10% rage, 15% damage on Counter-Strikes. I'm not actually sure why they added that, but they did for a reason. Oh, boy. Alright, lads. We're gonna actually see what this does, because I have not really much idea. This looks like it's gonna be a complete bot lobby, so it's good that I like Blazing Slycone, but I like Cyan Fang too, so I can 1, 2, 3 and not feel like too much of a scrub. This comes so fast now, the Nexus Realm, and I'm gonna be honest, in Quickmatch, I have yet to run into a player that is actually willing to go into here. I've had several matches with 2 players in them, and they will not go in here. I think they were too intimidated by me, or they just didn't understand how this worked. Some of the players seemed like they were not like amazingly good, but at least they knew like how to play the game. So I'm pretty sure they were just scared of me, because they see the Immortal War notice when I join, and they think, oh my god, this guy knows how to play the game. And they're just fucking joking. Just kidding themselves. So they mentioned in the patch notes that they added bots with components and that they would come into here. That does not happen in Quickmatch at all. So they just forgot that Quickmatch is the thing. And the bots never come into here at all. So that's fantastic. And honestly, that's been kind of my experience with Ranked in Immortal War 2, is a lot of times I'm able to come into here, sometimes both cycles in the match, and I will never be contested. Because I think what happens is people know, they just sense them in the match, and I'm the worst person on the server that is still in Ranked. And they'll know I'll collect the loot for them, and they'll just collect it when I leave. That's the impression I get, because, well, Immortal War is really stupid. I actually might have played Immortal War, but I woke up kind of late, so we might have been able to get Q. They actually, I was gonna just live inside of Spirit Well, even though it's very laggy. I mean, the whole game is laggy with this fucking ping, but I was just gonna live in there because solos is so disgusting. But they deleted it from the game. It's gone. So, like, all the players who still played on North America only played in Spirit Well. And they can't anymore. So, Flintlocks, you charge them up, and they give you a string of attacks. It's just like the repeating crossbow, only the damage is much higher. They have a lot of ammunition. Their damage is a little bit higher. The base attack is quite fast. The animations are horrible looking. It definitely looks like something they pulled out of like another phone game. It's really, really bad. But, I mean, they still haven't fixed the light baking in Celestra or anything like that, so I'm not too shocked. These are both great, but I need to hang on to my other stuff for the red weapon. We're already down to 10 players because it's the 19.5-minute mark. That's a typical sign that it is a bot lobby. So bots will spawn much more slowly. If there is even a single player that has ever been in the game, even if they've died, it will still change the rate at which the bots spawn. So I am hoping we will get to show a little bit of what they haven't really changed a lot with this map. It's still just as bad as it's always been. You can apparently kill the NPCs on the map now. I hate the mantling in this game. It's fucking terrible. They don't have any trace checking. Like, the free system ALS and Unreal Engine does all this shit that this game's mantling doesn't do because this developer is wildly incompetent. Somehow I've not been to the top right. Alright, so that is the bow that I got? Yeah. But I'll stick to using the ass locks. So when I pick this up, it's going to say that the NPCs now can only really be killed by people with weapons. It says the weapons do massive damage, but it's just, it makes you do massive damage, period. So the bots are holding until I come out. You're probably going to see a bunch of bots just have their scripted death sequence the moment I come out. I really hate this. It's unresponsive. You can see where the NPCs are now. They look awful. They look like something out of World of Warcraft, but that's kind of like half of games these days. And they're very irritating because many times I've revived here after dying somewhere, especially in the realm, and they will start shooting me from well outside of the render zone. And they may even get hits on me between the animation of the revive. They'll knock me the moment I come out of it. That has happened to me several times. And it is really stupid. So these purple zones here will repop the stashes when they first appear. And I still have... I was looking for the shop, and I ran right past it. Because the lighting in this map is so fucked up, It makes me super confused. There's also the Night Rain. That's from Elden Ring Night Rain, I think. The eagle. I remember seeing that in a video when that first came out. The Kylan bots will actually use his ult. Alright, so the birds, as you can see, the stagger lasts a very, very short amount of time. And yeah, you can just keep attacking. You're going to waste all the attacks on that. Alright, well, that's going to be me ulting. So there's the V component. There's the F component. As you can see, you get a little lock on. There's no cooldown for that. There's the stagger. As you can see, if I knew how to cancel, that'd be great. The terrain is one of your biggest adversaries in dealing with this ultimate. You see quite a bit of base damage on that. It is a gold weapon. I'm at 12% attack. You throw in Juggernaut, the damage on that gets to be quite high because it's more reliable to hit than the repeating crossbow, I feel like. And a little bit more flexible. So you just kind of get a couple shots in, and it may not be as great as a bow, but you can actually hit it, so it's more reliable. Unless you're one of those people with like 500 FPS, you know, 50 or lower ping, and the weapon behaves a little bit more like what it should like. See, there's like no, that doesn't offer you anything. On the other side, the bots. The headshots individually don't offer you that much, right? Like those, what, like 90 damage or something? I tried to parry, but I think I was in the middle of an animation. So again, here's the bind. And as you can see, the initial hit was not actually enough to knock her out of that. Now, the if I can cancel my ult, but it won't give me back any range. So I can cancel out of that. The terrain, you can get flung off the ledge very easily with that ult. So be a little mindful of that. There's been a number of battles I've had. Actually, the one battle I lost against the lagger, I probably would have killed him early into it. I very easily killed him at the beginning of the match, but the second part of the match was a bot that went on me. And then there was a cliff and some terrain. And I basically got like no mileage out of my ult at all. And meanwhile, I was trying to iframe his ult, but as is often the case with fucking 60 to... Well, it says 64 in this because that's a bot-only match. It's gonna basically give me the lowest ping that I can get. But in an actual game, it's usually 80-ish. And, yeah, trying to iframe her ult is an absolute shit show on that ping. It really doesn't work. But you're probably gonna see high-level players easily iframe it. Like, she definitely doesn't feel anywhere near as strong to me as Lee does. I think she's going to struggle against Lee quite a lot. You can get the bind off on him while he's ulting, I think. I'm not sure if you can iframe it or not, but that's really about the only advantage you have against him, because he's going to do as much damage with much more freedom to do so. He's not cucked by terrain as hard. His skill is definitely a lot stronger and does more damage. And he gets more mileage out of his ult in general. But I think she will be pretty strong against a lot of the older characters. Viper feels like she's good against her. And I think Tessa will have a very hard time against her, honestly. Nobody else plays Tessa other than me, so I couldn't tell you for sure, but... Where the hell is... Oh, here. So yeah, they forgot Quickmatch existed. They never put the bots in here. I mean, in China, you would actually have a population of people more than like 10 who play this game a day. So you would actually see people in Quickmatch, I assume. So they may not have been like, oh, we don't need to have this in Quickmatch at all. But kind of like how the cartoon they were airing for Mr. Black was playing at 2 to 3 a.m., they just pretend that regions outside of China don't exist because probably one Chinese apartment has more people playing this game than the entire global region. And since they don't bother to even try to fix the performance... I mean, you had in the patch notes something about low latency situations in the netcode, which, of course, because they can't give us a proper translation of the patches, and it's just some really shitty machine translation. They can't be bothered to actually tell us what the fuck any of that means, and it never gave me this. That's crazy. Yeah, there's no indication what that means, but I think it's actually their continued efforts to try to stop people from using the Windows thing to drop the FPS and getting restands out of it, because this game is the same as Fallout 76, and its animations are based on your frame rates, and that's fucking hysterical. Did I mean to come down here? Did I click down here? Oh, there was a bot. I didn't even see him. See, I can't not get an attack out of that. It's starting to feel a lot like ranked now. Yeah, the bots are way more aggressive about trying to punish Stoneform like that. And that was a very late parry, and I'm gonna die because holy shit. Yep. Bots. Bots, LOL. No, bots definitely feel like they got a lot more annoying in this patch. I am of the firm belief that a large portion of their bot behavior is built off of a learning machine. And I'm not sure how they're training it. But I have noticed, because 90% of my game time in this game, I mean, any quick match is against bots, I have noticed ever slight changes to the behavior, and anything that would not work with a learning machine, like the navigation on the nav mesh and, you know, anything involving 3 dimensions, that has never improved even once, and it is so bad that I firmly believe that any free asset you find on Unity Marketplace would perform better than it. Because they get stuck on everything. And it's just like unfathomable if you have an automatic nav generation that they would ever get stuck the way they do in this game. But the combat changes ever so often. Like, I don't remember them just spamming relentlessly against the Stoneform as much as they have been today. That's what people do to me in fucking ranked. It's just... It's really incessant. Wow, there's hardly anyone here at all. I must have entered a dead lobby. Or, everyone realized that Rock and Spiritwall are not coming back. There was actually like 15 people there earlier in the day. I've never seen that many people in Penglai before. Outside of the AS server. And none of them, they were all names I'd literally never seen before, and never seen any of these people before, and it's like, holy fuck, there's actually people in this game. Yeah, it's all the people who were fucked by the game mode they added, and I cannot change it or look at it, but it sounds like it's effectively the exact same thing as the survival mode, just with more snowballing in it. and even it says it's smaller player count. You notice that they've been pushing for that, right? They're getting ready to downsize the game. So, well, they have been downsizing the game because you have Champion Fight, which pretty much ruined solos. And you have Immortal War that they dropped from 16 to 12, which is just a really strange change. I remember hearing it's something to do with a tournament format, but it's just... They're just downscaling the game. They don't really want the Battle Royale. They want it to be more Hero Arena. You know, like Dota. And I think that's just because, in part, because of the dwindling player count, but also because I think they're starting to accept that they don't have anyone on their staff who knows how to balance the game. And, well, they keep buffing Transformers for some reason. Beyond that, I'm not really sure what the mindset behind that is. I can only think it's because of the dwindling player count, and maybe China's starting to see queue time. I kind of don't really feel that, but... Their directions with the game have been confusing ever since I started it. It's definitely felt very reminiscent of Riot's and Blizzard's, where every time you go through the patch notes for any of their games, you just feel like that they've just been subdividing chromosomes the entire time. 24 is really bad for that, too. There's just a lot of basic shit that you can fix in this game in just a weekend. You know, just fix the delta timers, fix the tick rates, start fixing their performance, do some profiling. Unity does have profiling tools. I looked it up. Unity has profiling tools in the engine. So it would not be really that hard at all to find where the performance things are that make this game perform so fucking badly. Especially the stuttering, man. Holy shit. Then they have their anti-cheat system that doesn't do anything to stop cheats. And if you go to Douyin, it's just an endless flow of fucking hackers everywhere. If you go to any official area, they have, even on NA and the other global regions, you have Tianhais flying around grabbing people left and right. They just don't give a shit. Or they're too incompetent to do anything about it. They have no sanity checking in this game. That's why it's so hard to tell if somebody's hacking when I encounter them, because so many times in ranked or Immortal War, I run into people who parry everything frame perfect, who dodge everything frame perfect, who always get the catch, right? Like, it's just incessant. And it's uninteractable. Like, I've played against Hypernova and Immortal quite a few times by now, and I can tell what a good player feels like to play against. And you have, like, these no-name people who are just getting all these insane catches, parries, and dodges and shit like that constantly. And we lucked into an actual lobby here, which I'm probably going to die terribly in, because I think this guy here knows how to play the game. We have some X-Bone players I've never seen before. But anyways... You know, these people are performing absolutely impossible things that I never see out of these top-level players. And... yeah. It feels like they're hacking. But, you know, when the game has no sanity normally... what makes insanity, right? Like... there's no consistency, so you don't really have a lot to base it off of on what feels like they're actually hacking or not. And that's not a pleasant experience by any stretch of the imagination. And then you've got Yodo that can just infinite you just by spamming fucking crouch cancel horizontal or some stupid shit. Like, no, this isn't healthy for the game. It's not enjoyable to play against. Why hasn't it been fixed? No one cares. We're going to start working on removing infinites from the game. And then they buff Tarka. And then they add flying knives. And the whip sword. Wanted. SZN. I have no idea what that means. I couldn't even begin to guess. He tried to parry the 1-2-3, it looked like. So he has more sense than some of the people I've run into today. Unfortunately for him, it's flying knives. I thought he had DC'd there. I was actually just gonna walk up to him and start emoting on him. But yeah, he was there. I saw he had a weapon. I was like, okay, maybe he DC'd after he picked up the weapon. No, then he started moving. I think that Vera guy will kill me though. I'm not sure I can beat. I'm not sure I've ever actually played against him. I've run into that name a lot in games, but I don't think I've really run into him. So we'll see how that goes. I feel like that'll be one player I run into in the actual zone. Like this will be probably the first game I run into someone in the zone. Oh god, and my other the other weapons I have are terrible. I'm so bad with those. There's like no piles in this entire area. This map is so fucking barren. There's a lot of areas in this map with like floating geometry stuck in it and giant swaths of empty nothingness. I have some great recordings of me respawning. There was an area that was the Plume Castle puzzle area. I respawned there. There was one pile on the entire fucking island. It was like a huge island, like one of these. See you later, Bot-chan. Bye. So they keep changing this area and you dying in it, this map. Where now I guess you spawn with even more blue gear when you respawn, because I guess people not going into it must be a thing in China too for them to do that. Because this game is so snowball heavy. I get gold armor in here so often. This map is super snowball heavy, so when you die in here, you start with very little, and they will pick up all your shit. They will get all the increased luck from this area, which, I mean, I've gotten gold armor in here more, almost every single time I've played this map when I've come in here, I've gotten gold armor. And then they get all the weapon fragments, and yeah. So they give you a handful of like blue jays or something, and then they reduce the scale in the realm of spirit. I think only 2 players can spawn there now, which is that's a really crazy change to me. I mean, how often are you going to see that inside a real game? In my experience, I've seen it like twice ever since they added it, but I don't know why you would change it. It's just really strange. Could have swore that Vera guy was going to come in here. That guy's a professional player, isn't he? Anyone in the Killsteel clan is a professional, in my experience. I thought I still had the Flintlocks equipped. That's how good I am. I thought I had the Flintlocks from last game. So they've never even thought to maybe add a fucking little indicator to these piles on what Z level they're on, so that the minimap isn't such a clusterfuck. This pile is in the ground again. Shocking. Doesn't seem like I'm going to be completing a weapon here. Ah, but there was no competition again. No one came here. Not the X-boners, not the Ver dudes, literally no one. Crazy. I'm gonna take this spear because I'm a little better with it. I'm gonna need to get some hooks. Well, that's one thing I run into a lot in this map, is because there's so much fucking grappling around in it. I'm always running out of hooks. So, I think we'll go over here. Oh, look at this. There was one of the rare ones that spawns outside. Okay. I think that's a bot. Eh. There was no clash. No one got staggered. Just very bizarre behavior all around. I would like to hide that gold armor somewhere, but you know what? It might be kind of difficult. Maybe under here. With luck, I don't run into a player or a bot while I'm doing this. There we go. I think I forgot to pick up that gold pile when I was in here. Yeah. Now, if you're thinking, oh, that's a great armor swap. Bro, I will not remember that is there. Not a chance. Bot. So I think because that is gold focus, it can interrupt a few things, so how exactly you will use that, I'm not sure. I've got Flintlock shenanigans. Get some domain expansion. I'll take this. That's pretty good. I am full damage reduction maxed, which in my experience doesn't help very much in this game. I'll pick up the JL crystal, and I'll use it on this pull sword. By the time I'm done this, I think the zones will be coming up. Someone's got the bow over there, apparently. But no one came in. None of the players have run into each other. That's kind of strange, too. I think they probably picked it up off the little ding-dong. The one that I got the second gold armor out of. Whether or not that means I'm going to run into someone, I don't know. Someone just used Challenger. It was not him. They can go have fun with him. I'm going to continue working on my gear. It needs improvement. I'll pick that up too. Now things are starting to look a little nice. Looks like someone's actually going to come in here. Nope. He's probably going to the Challenger, is my assumption. Yep. Off he goes. Collide of the X-boners. Collision. English. Okay. Definitely expecting to run into someone now. Oh, that was the other weapon. Okay. A little confused for a moment. Yeah, there we got someone in here. Oh shit. Yeah, see, I told you that guy did try to parry the 1, 2, 3 and got it that time. It's crazy. And these guys just threw away all their gear. They both have been fucked. I think I'll keep that Bethnic Descent. So yeah, her ult is pretty crazy. Dude didn't pick that up. Oh shit, I can't do anything with that. Those duplicate ones, you can't do anything with them. It just feels a little strange. I don't have a lot of time to loot this now. The fighting took a chunk of my time. And they didn't give me anything with it, so... Looks like that. That's good shit. Hopefully I don't get parry killed like I did on their bot in their first game. That will happen. Definitely could do a lot of damage with this and the staggers if I get close staggers with them. In my experience, this one works a little better for that. Alright, I got one pile left, looks like. I definitely would have preferred to have Cavalry Bloom because I'm really bad with the dual blades. And that gives me a little bit more work with, but kind of doesn't seem like it's going to happen. Alright. So I had to wonder if when the player still has the bow fragments, I think we're gonna leave these so I don't get shown on the map. Those will get dropped into the map somewhere, which will be kind of nuts. I'm actually gonna go over here. I'm going to go kill this dude. I think those parts end up on the shop. Whether or not he thinks to check the shop, I'm not sure. So I definitely don't want to get third party, but a player I'm pretty sure is a lot stronger than I am. So this guy just drops pretty basic stuff, as you can see. Desperation's pretty good. I'm lacking on attack damage, so that might help me out a little bit if I get stuck in a sticky situation. I feel like I gotta piss. Now, I would like to find a shop and sell here, but this is gonna be a little dangerous. This is in the middle of the zone. I parried. Oh, I'm dead. He'll definitely kill. No, he fucked it up. No, just like that. Like I said, the guy's a lot better than I am, and I don't know what I'm doing with this hero on top of it. I thought we were going to have some WNA third partying going on there, but the other guy chose not to engage. So, nope. That's pretty part and parcel. That's standard how fights go for me. It's pretty rare for me to actually win. So yeah, that's the game for you. You run into somebody who's actually has like more than a week on their account, I will die pretty much every single time. And we won't really see it as well here because the quick matches have pushed it off my list. But if we go to the season stats, we will see the... I'm actually doing quite well in Immortal War right now. I have about 1 kill every second game, which is very good for me. And my ranked solos is actually really good. This is very, very good for me. I'm pretty sure this is as good or better than it was last season. I did win a match when it first started. And I almost won a match, but I got parry robbed. Because 75 MS, most of your parries, as you just heard in the game there, you heard the parry and it didn't go off, right? You always get the sound that tells you you timed it right, but you didn't. Because ping, because this game is well designed. So that's just part and parcel, right? And they added these for that, and I don't know why. So part and parcel. Part and parcel. No point in being salty about it. Dude just has better performance. Probably played 3 times as long as you have. What you can be salty about is this game's disgustingly bad performance. We've only got a couple skeletal meshes here. Shouldn't have that much lag. But it does, because we are on an M2. And we lag again. We just came from here, so there's no caching going on, or something else is going on that they're not doing properly. I can't say I really know anything about Unity, other than that it is garbage, and it performs terribly in every game I've ever played with it. But I feel like it is non-standard behavior to have that kind of performance loss. Usually Unity is just low frame rate, very, very heavy on post-processing that chews your frames, which is why you have all this disgusting frame generation garbage that's being peddled by NVIDIA. Dude, just generate your frames, bro. Enjoy your artifacting, bro. Crazy shit. I'm gonna go piss while this starts. Alright, next match. Won't shock me if it's all bots. No, it is a pre-existing lobby. That's shocking. Maybe I'll get farmed by a top 25 player again. We have Louis Garcia something X. 0000. Nice. Crazy. But thankfully, we don't have that Kill Steal Guild person in here anymore. I'm pretty sure I can fight that guy 100 times and I will lose each and every single time. I mean, I had an absolutely massive gear advantage on him. There's no reason I should have lost that fight, realistically speaking. But since I'm garbage, I will lose every time. It's pretty much no different than fighting Hypernova for me. Exactly the same. I'm sure their skill levels are worlds apart, but on my end, there's no difference. It just doesn't matter. They always have the perfect solution to everything I do, and I have no idea how to respond to anything they do. And instant gold armor is kind of crazy. And instant gold nunchucks is kind of crazy. I mean, maybe I should have stuck to using the flying knives since I was having more success with those, and I am absolute garbage with the dual blades, but frankly, I don't think it made a difference what the fuck I did. It doesn't matter what weapon I use against a player like that. I'm never gonna win. I have, what, 1,500 hours in this game now or something like that? I pretty much have no excuse, I'm just shit. I should have parried that, but I didn't even think to. Bachan? I don't know why I tried to parry a white. So my grandmother, if you've been following that saga, my grandmother will be coming home, apparently, next week. So she will be on pretty much 24/7 home care. And she can't walk, can't turn over in bed, can't do anything. She has not done any physio. She's kind of just... She apparently was able to walk a couple of steps, like the other day. Look at this shit. But, she can't do anything. So... It's not the worst case scenario that we're ending up with here, but it's pretty close to it. It's pretty close. Finally, a weapon I know how to use. Kind of. I still don't know how to do the dash, the tap dash attack thing. Because I always put in the dash input wrong, I think. I've been able to pull it off accidentally like 2 or 3 times. So yeah, Zenda definitely doesn't feel nearly as strong as Lee does. I'm hoping to catch Mucky sometime. We can do some customs, because I don't know anyone else who plays. And we can see how much I'm able to troll him with her. With Lee, it was really obvious that Hero's busted. Like, everything he does is really busted. Fucking Liam's ult gets completely nullified by his ult. Cyber Demon. That's kind of grim for a PG-13 game like this. Are you sure you can really have like demons? Don't ask about that parry. That's my old man reflexes. I don't think I'm doing too well now. Like, I was doing a little better earlier in the day, but I think it's like the insomnia. The fatigue and the insomnia is frying my brain. Not to mention everything else. I feel more fried than usual. Or cooked, as the kids call it these days. Seemed like Luis Garcia is having a gaffe somewhere. But it's a bot that holds the kill lead currently, because they just get inserted kills. Speaking of bots... Yeah, frankly, I'm not sure how you're supposed to use that. A little autistic. Definitely a little autistic. No, I don't want to grapple. I don't know how that button got pushed. I guess I'll take some of those. I got an idea. It's really stupid. Which is precisely why I'm gonna do it. Yes. You thought correctly. I'm gonna try to use... I'm gonna try to use the... if I remember, I'm gonna try to use the con-generic attack. There was a patch note about... they changed something about con-generic damage values, but in typical Western developer fashion, they're definitely looking up to daddy here. Not elaborating anything about the patch notes, effectively invalidating even giving you patch notes entirely. Like, just don't have patch notes at that point. You're not telling anybody anything useful with them anyways. Oh, I never showed you this. Yes, the sliding strike. That's a weird one, because it doesn't normally have that, so you don't think to use that. But it makes an AoE attack. Maybe I'll find another one I can show you it. I don't know what I'm doing at the moment, but... Hello? Bachan? Toaster? There he is. I knew that was not going to parry, and I still tried to parry anyway. This game is stupid. Fuck you, Ashan. Fuck Transformers. Fuck them all. This is an NPC Bane out in the middle of buttfuck nowhere. So yeah, we're going to be a revolving door of care workers. There's a lot of logistics that's going to be dealt with at the beginning of next week. A lot of shit, because we got to bring in all this hardware that could prove to be extremely expensive that we definitely can't afford. And I was supposed to get a call about another piece of hardware being delivered, but that never came up. We just got ghosted. LOL. XD. Lag. And my nurse care responsibilities are going to increase very substantially. And that refuses to give me the player. It just keeps spawning bots. I've had players next to me and it would choose to spawn a bot anyways. Which is... What? What the fuck was that? Okay then.
武器修理中。焦るな。武器調整中だ。すべてが破壊されるのをとくと見よ。天の成した霊物、我に役立つだろう。
Can't you give me a fucking pulsar jade? Like, damn, son. Damn. Damn, son. Damn. I hear him. What the fuck? Where's this toaster rat? Okay. The toaster congression. Where's the other toaster? Like I said, you would never have these kind of navigational issues in something with Unreal. But the thing about Unity is you can do something. Oh no! Lucius Garcia 0000X! He's cooked. Yeah, the thing about Unity is you can just take a navigation mesh and turn it 90 degrees to make it work on walls. You can't do that in Unreal, even though they're both using Recast. And, yeah, there's kind of like no excuse. Oh my god. Finally gave me Buttering Edge. I can't believe Lucius Garcia 000000X has been toastered. It's crazy. I know that feeling. It happened to me very recently. Toasters are vicious creatures. They've got teeth this big. Now I have to wait for the toaster to be teleported to me. Someday. Maybe the toaster won't be teleported. Maybe it'll die to the zone at some nondescript point in the future. guess I'll go. Oh, here we go. Never mind. I got what we needed. Aw, man, that's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy.
終わりなき大厄災が
All right. Okay. All right. We never got to see the hidden power level of Lucius Garcia 0000X. He could have been over 9,000, or he really just could have been 0. You never know. So her current outfits are nothing to hoot about. This is just another bland-looking kind of World of Warcraft, very busy to transform thing. The death effect isn't anything to hoot about. This one isn't anything to hoot about. And these are just the standard fare. They claim that she is a support, but her damage is very, very high. If you look at the damage, you'll get all Transformers, pretty much. And Transformers, you get more Transformers. Support includes damage dealer. She's kind of support / damage dealer. Guy who TODs you. One of the strongest heroes in the game that is a damage dealer. And then control. Viper, I would definitely say, is also a damage dealer. Control does count, though. But assist is what the healer is. So support and assist are basically the exact same thing in terms of the English language. But not in the game. Even though Wu Chen is known predominantly nowadays as just nukes you with his ult and spams ridicule. His ult may have been nerfed a little bit. It's still very much just sit there and spam emotes while people die to it. The support icon kind of looks like the 45-degree salute, doesn't it? Gotta change the position of the hand a little bit, and suddenly it becomes problematic to certain individuals. Well, 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 look who it is. It's X Storm XXX. That's crazy. Are you two queuing for Quickmatch? Probably not. Nobody queues for Quickmatch. Except for the other person in the Killsteel Guild. Bye. I guess they were doing duos. Duos? We'll probably have more queues now. Probably. I'm gonna tell you that out of my friends list, she's the only person I kind of know. One person is the person that bullied me a lot in Ranked and in Immortal War and continues to do so whenever I make the mistake of queuing for it. The other one is that strange dude that asked if I was a woman. And I've never heard from ever again. that took me on a psychotic adventure through Quickmatch. And most of the other ones I don't know, and a lot of them change their names like every chance they get. So I have even less of an idea who the fuck they were. One of them was a Liam that destroyed me when I started the game. And he spoke to me in Chinese, and I was like, hi. And then I never heard from him ever again. And there was another very high-ranking individual that added me, and I have no idea who he is. And he's been there on and off for a while. There is no real community in this game. There is no, there's very small and very heavily gate-kept. But it's still a bunch of nebulous individuals who don't really talk or know each other. Watching quite a few streams, I've noticed that the only crossover that occurs is people know the names of people, but that's kind of really about it. It's very, very fragmented. So I suspect it is currently 11 p.m. I suspect we will probably never see another player again at this point. The most amount of players seems to be actually really early in the day, because there was one server hopper, but the others were not server hoppers. So I think it's like the kids on lunch break. And then once they get home, they got to do their homework. They got to do their sensitivity training. So we don't really see them that much. We saw them kind of in the second last match, but I was seeing them more consistently early in the day. It's definitely like the Lanny's launch had like 5 or more people in a lobby sometimes, and that was really crazy. I don't think we're gonna see that again. Maybe ever, but probably ever. I mean, the game's player count dropped off very sharply by like 2/3 in December. And it probably went up a little bit in these patches, but you don't feel it. It's hard to correlate because the Steam charts is China too, right? There's probably a big reason for the China count dropping off that is irrelevant to us. I don't know why it's not picking up. Oh, strange. I thought oh, it's supposed to be 3. I still get confused by that to present day. The control scheme in this game is so wildly different than anything I've ever used. I'll try sticking with a katana, mostly for entertainment's sake. You guys think I'm bad with dual blade? Oh, never mind. I got swift cut. They changed the effect for swift cut. It had kind of an interesting trail effect to it before. They've deleted that. And I don't know why, but they did. Yeah. The thing is, I'll never be able to do against a player. Because not only do the bots have stable ping, they also have a fixed frame rate. You know, the thing the game should have had for everyone. Because it does in the tournament setting. So not only are the bots not animating like twice as fast as you normally should be, you generally get better ping interactions. Not always. My ping is still very high, so some of the interactions with bots are kind of weird. I'm very certain this is a bot-only lobby. I guess I'll take it. I have universe slash, so I'll hang on to that. But I'm probably not going to be using it. I really wish the bots would spawn in a giant clusterfuck like they used 2 years ago. Back in the old days when I was young. Parries you'll never get against a player ever. HKS like completely quit the game. So, otherwise you might have seen some like Quickmatch duos. Mucky is not on that much either. So, just about everybody I knew or had encountered in the game has quit at this point. I don't blame him. I thought the bot was going to come running in here. It turns out he is actually above me. Do I have a key? Yeah, I have a key. I was momentarily thinking, holy shit, is there actually another player in this game? That's not possible with the kill count currently. I was correct. There is no other player. Turns out I had a key. You know what I don't have? Grapples. I was trying to 0.9 that. I guess it would be 1.9. But I'm bad. Well, I don't know what to do because I got a couple days before the scheduling madness begins to take place. I suppose I should just work on my D&D games. I think my problem is I forget that this is that's a timing attack. And I can't do with it what I want to do with it. Oh shit. Alright, we're gonna turning this into a staff for sure. The impact sound doesn't sound anything like a gun at all. It definitely sounds like some kind of laser sound from Angry Birds or something. Imagine being able to react parry against a player. I couldn't imagine what that's like. And that's with a spear, too. That's not like a fucking longsword or anything. I can react parry with the spear, with the pole sword. Weapons generally have a longer iframe startup period, but you don't really feel it against bots. It feels more like it should. And that's with my ping still being very high for this game's netcode. But I'm not sure if the bots spawn locally at this point. I think in Quickmatch they don't. But I could be very wrong. I don't have a way to check. I have been doing trace RTs on their server. And all the servers and IPs that show up when I zone into a match give me a fairly consistent 65 ping. So I'm still not entirely convinced the ping is dependent on the frame rate. Some really wild things happen when you actually look at the bot tried to parry that. So yeah, not really enough time to get a charge up on that. You do lose your combo break when you're in that ult. Kind of like Syrah does since her ball change. In the next game I can switch to V1. I'll show you that and how that goes and how it's comparatively not very good. Oh shit, there's Soul Slash. I just dropped the other thing I had, but I'm gonna be using this staff anyways. It's just a couple bots that are left. What? What? I don't know, dude. Parries sometimes do shit like that in this game, and I couldn't tell you why. Maybe like the box fucked up the tracking or something. That didn't even knock him out of blue focus, did it? I thought it's supposed to. Dank matter 88. We actually found a bunch of bounty scrolls this game. That's kind of crazy. Quickmatch in particular likes hiding the bounty scrolls. What should I eat tonight? I am kind of hungry. It's a good question. I made some chicken burgers for lunch. I actually had a really, really nice lunch as a result. Very high class. Okay. Last bots just don't want to spawn. Oh, I hear him. They're coming. So when his ult is up, I did it too late. There we go. So the thing about her ult is this component and the right click, those do like 0 damage. The bind attack also does like 0 damage. They're very, 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 very low amounts of damage. So the only thing that's going to do damage is going to be the left click main attack, the second component. And when you're on V1, that V attack doesn't do any damage either. I'll show you next game. Yeah, my inputs aren't very good in this game. I'm not really sure why, but they aren't. The projectile damage on V1 does like 20 damage, 25 damage, depending on weapon quality. And the burn damage is like 6. You get the burn debuff, but that's not really that great. I don't think at any point I've been in this game, except maybe on the receiving end, there was a Zai ult that killed my Moral Defiance or something because of the burn. Other than that, I can't think of any instances that the burn has actually helped. It blocks ranged attacks, which I do not think constitute with her ult. But I'll show you it next game. Sweet. Oh, just flips over to the other color. Very graceful, very high quality. Definitely worth the thousands of dollars people put into whaling those boxes. I think actually the only cosmetic I even care about that came out, other than the hairstyle for her. I mean, I wouldn't mind getting this, but I'm not going to. It's a star skin. It's not going to happen. If you played Wu Chen, you can get these. They gave Wu Chen the red tail. They should have given Tessa. Because she already has red ears. They did not give her a red tail. And you can't color change the tail. I'm so baffled by that. So I would take the hair. But the only thing I care about is the grapple. This one. Because it's an invisible grapple, it looks like. That means you can have a cleaner looking character. That's really about it. I have some gold left over. I might even get it. I don't know. When I finish the season. I don't know if it'll still be on sale is a problem. I don't know if I really want to spend anything more on this game. It says money is very tight as it is, and I don't find the game enjoyable at all. I'm still waiting for the point that I can start having fun, right? I think I'm a few thousand hours out from that. I mean, the customs are fun. I liked playing with I'm Near X and Neko-chan 420, but Neko-chan 420 is barely on anymore. I'm Near X definitely quit. I haven't seen him for a long time. And, yeah, the game is just really dead. And solos is so unpleasant of an experience. And the developer is very intent to keep it unpleasant or make it more unpleasant in the case of Maelstrom. I mean, the guy killed me in Maelstrom. He could just as easily could have killed me at any point in the match. Why he did not go into the zone, I don't know, but that is what happens in ranks. I collect all the gear and I'm just effortlessly killed by some random guy immediately after. You go through 10-15 minutes of work and you just get killed by some guy in shit gear because ping, FPS, skill, LMAO, whatever. And it's just like you can't do anything. And it's just that plus the queue plus the loading, like 20-30 minutes of work. If it's ranked, I'll be in queue for 30 to 50 minutes on average. Only Immortal War gives me fast queue speeds. Ranked solos will always give me like 20 to 50 minutes. If it gives me anything at all. And there's no point in ratting in those matches, because if you can't kill someone at the beginning of the match when your gear is somewhat even and you don't have ults, you're not going to kill them at the end of the game. And I've played this game so fucking long, and I do not feel like I have learned anything since I first started. Like within a month. Once I got the new CPU and I went from 110 ping to my current ping, that was my breakpoint, and I did not improve at all. That was just it. There's 3 bots on one spot here. Where is this guy spawning? Is he spawning with the bots? I don't think so. Why would you spawn there? I think he's in the shipwreck area. It's crazy we actually found yet another player I've never seen. I'm pretty sure these are refugees from Spiritwell. Lost and confused and aimless, just wandering. Stamina management is not a thing for me, by the way. It doesn't happen. I'm actually gonna take that. I don't know, man. The game just feels very unrewarding, but I don't really feel like playing anything else, you know? I don't really have it in me to do anything else. I don't feel like working on anything. I don't think you can really react parry that one. I mean, you can if you know the timing, but if you've already dodged out of it, there really isn't a follow-up. Star Crasher REX. That is a strange ass name. There's just gonna be a crazy amount of weapons. Man, I gotta get slots or something here. Any one of these could have really good jades. We actually have 2 players in this game. That is crazy. I have Universe Slash again. The game insists on me using dual blades. And dude, I had red dual blades and I couldn't do fucking anything with them. You're not gonna convince me to do it again. Not unless I get like a full fucking Jade build. I remember that being a Jade you could abuse the fuck out of bots with. I don't know about today. I think there might be some loot over here. I bet it's the Xbox player that took that. Oh man, we are getting a interesting build. Nope. I realized he was in that too late. I'm actually so unaccustomed to Takeda's running that. I just like completely forgot he even had that. Kind of wish I had purple armor, but we can certainly go in that direction and see what there is going on over there amidst all the lag. I don't know why neither of those turned into a fucking wave dash. I can never react curry that, not even against a player with 50 MS. Oh, right. No, this is a bot. Come back here, you piece of shit. Yeah. They broke bot transformers a while ago. Already lost track of where his body was. Oh, I forgot to take grapples off of him. Did I tell you I'm shit at this game? Oh man, that is crazy. Alright, let's pick up some grapples and we'll go say hello to this dude. Should grab that dagger so I could turn it into a fan. But I think that was before I started finding jades for it. I walked into it. I'm not on the right weapon. He easily could have killed me right there. Very easily. I fumbled that really badly. Do I keep the staff or take the pole sword or whip sword? I don't have any of those jades anymore. I was thinking of vaulting. I thought, well, he could just parry this. And I'm probably just going to die if he does. Did the revive run out just as I killed him? I didn't get the Challenger, but I did get a lot of money off of him because he got the money off the Challenger. Alright, we have 2 minutes left. I'm going to go down here. Go to that shop. He did not have purple armor. None of the bots I killed have purple armor. Don't know if that was a ballista or what. There's 2 bounties over here. Might go back and grab those in a bit. 3 bounties. I just don't want it to spawn a bot on me at the moment. I'll take that. I don't know. What is... Oh, I'm hitting the wrong button instead of crouch. That's why I was unarmed in the fight against him. I was like, why am I unarmed suddenly? I don't remember hitting crouch. No, or I don't know what's going on, to be honest. Holy shit, this bot. Alright, I actually didn't want to hit him with that, but it magnetized onto him and killed him, so... Yeah, the bots are really annoying. Still no purple armor, though. You are now the bodyguard. Okay. Oh, yeah, I'm dead. That's it. I forgot to switch my ability, by the way. Yep. Well, that's that. I'm not good enough with Fan to fight against an actual player. And apparently barely enough to fight against a bot. I forgot to change this to show you it too. I had to the bathroom. Yeah, I don't know, dude. I'm really bad at this game, and I have, well, 464 login days, 1,121 ranked matches, over 1,000 quick matches. And I still have no idea what I'm doing. I'm still mixing up unarmed and crouch. It's just very bad. Just really bad. I think I'm just like too fried to really improve at this game. Probably any game in general, this just exposes it more because I haven't played any difficult games for quite a few years. But yeah, I've played this quite consistently. I had a few breaks in it, but I get nothing out of it. Like, I feel like I should have been able to beat that guy pretty easily. Like, he didn't infinite me. I did have a disadvantage in gear, but it feels like anytime I try to switch to a ranged weapon, I will always get grappled instead, but everyone else gets to switch to a ranged weapon and get an extra damage, so they just, like, know how to do it better than I do, and I don't know what the difference is. I release blues without wanting to release blues. It's kind of like, it feels like I'm watching somebody else play the game, and I'm trying to, like, tell them what to do, but they don't listen. That's just what it feels like. It feels very detached. There's no reason I shouldn't have been able to win that fight. Even with the gear disadvantage. Because I know everything I'm supposed to do. You use the Tai Chi to open up an uppercut. You iframe the ult. Like, it's really simple shit. But it doesn't happen. Almost every single time I try to go into Tai Chi in that game, it did not happen. Nothing happened. And I just don't know why. I just don't know why the inputs are such a problem. I don't know why I can't play to my fucking skill level. Like, the unarmed key is nowhere near crouch. It's Alt versus C. That should not happen. And now I'm probably going to be in a full bot lobby again because it will refuse to give me players most of the time. And like, I will never be able to even get consistent matches against people. Except people that there is no point in playing. Like, there's no point in doing Immortal War. There's no point in doing ranked. I don't learn anything from those matches at all. I don't learn anything from this either, but in those matches, I don't even get the chance to try to use fucking Tai Chi. I just die instantly. Every single time. I can have gold armor, and they'll have gray armor. I've shown that plenty of times. It just doesn't make a fucking difference in that case. And I just don't know why. I have no idea why. I try to parry, I hear it, I get hit anyways. What do you expect me to do in that case? I try to dodge, I get hit anyways. What am I supposed to do about that? And there's no one who's willing to tell you, or able to tell you. And you can't just watch the animations because they're so fucking desynced. %, this is a bot lobby. It has to be. I don't know, man. I kind of just want to uninstall and be done with it at this stage. I don't know what else I would play. It's kind of really a big issue. No one has really given me a reason to continue. I think I might have reached that stage where I am too old for video games. But not by extent of my physical age, but more extent because of my fucking mental brain rot. I definitely feel the burden of time. And here I was talking about how I wanted to get working on a commercial game. That is never going to happen, let's be honest. I haven't been able to work on a game without restrictions. I've been looking up resources I can use for commercial assets. I have sent 4 messages. I have not gotten a reply to a single one yet. I don't have the assets to make anything I want to make. If I even really want to make it, I don't know. And I don't have the motivation to do anything. Anyways. And taking out the ported assets makes my work so much harder. Things are definitely in a really bad state right now. Let's put it that way.
長面がいても立ってもいられないようだ。世を驚かす意志、すでに現にあり。天の成した霊物、我に役立つだろう。死の先祖のご加護だな。天の成した霊物、我に役立つだろう。天の成した霊物、我に役立つだろう。
Right. Right. So there's another bot lobby left. Oh, is Francois a bot?
すべてが破壊されるのをとくと見よ。
武器修理中、焦るな。闇の血は防ぎがたいよ。
Okay.
小細工にはっきりと見えるぞ。
The way that the parry timings work against the bots makes me feel
光の中に消え去る。鎧は治った。
a lot more like a turn-based game. So many instances that I like parry after I'm hit. What a shitty box, by the way.
心を沈め、もう少し耐えるのだ。あなたの隙、明らかに見えます。存分に我を恨むがよい。武器調整中だ。
Pretty sure Franz was a bot. It's gonna be down to the magical 10 at 1930 in just a moment here. But if it isn't, then we can suspect there might actually be a player in this game. It's just a very body name. So if that was a player, where the hell did they spawn? F-Lab? We're at 12. It could be a player. Please don't ask me why. I thought I weapon swapped and I didn't. So there's V1. As you can see, has a much longer wind up. Figured the bot would run into that. It was very much a calculated gambit. I was going to try to use the horizontal blue to disengage, but I was really worried about the magnetism fasting onto the bot and getting me parried again. That's crazy. Yeah, that's really stupid.
少し回復しよう。最良の状態を保たねば。この程度の傷、もう慣れている。
Need a shop.
そろそろ行商人のところに行って物資を補充しよう。
暗闇は満ちた。
天の成した霊物、我に役立つだろう。
I'm gonna swap to a fan for that jade, but I forgot that requires money. Like pots or something I can smash over here. What? Another V2 Syrah bot.
世を驚かす意志すでに現にあり今は後期ではない。
I feel so impotent with a dagger, man. Yes, there's a 6,000 score dude in this game. I'm just gonna die again.
賢明な判断ではないので。は、鎧は治った。不死の先祖のご加護だな。鎧を修理し、出陣の準備を整えよう。
There, happened again. I'm hitting the wrong fucking button. I have no idea what I'm doing, apparently. That guy has gone through like every weapon in the game. Every time he kills a bot, it's with a different weapon. I'm assuming the bots are parrying him relentlessly. Other than Cyan Fang, arguably, I don't have much in the way of Jades. Other than the Tai Chi. For anything that I currently have. You just see it just doesn't not do much damage, right? And I think I have to fight that high level of a player using that is kind of... Well, let's just say I've already kind of given up on it. I already know how this game's gonna end. He's gonna have to job pretty hard for me to fail, or for me to succeed. Like I said, I'm already losing.
息を伏せ心は沈む。もう少し耐えるのだ。こいつから観光を放とう。
Yeah. Just button mashing instead of dodging like I should have been. And I didn't have ult because I had to use it on the bot, so. Like I said, that game was decided from the start. And every single time I tried to use Tai Chi Fan, nothing happened again. Because my inputs are shit. I don't play like someone who has 1,500 hours in this game. I play like I have a week tops. There's basically no middle ground. Like, I'm either playing against fucking people who should be in Immortal War and should not be in my games, or I'm stuck in Immortal War with them because there is no one at my skill level. And then we got the occasional console player who is literally just on their first week and won't even log in again after that day. There is no middle ground at all, because once people reach my stage, they realize, wait a second, this is a profoundly unfun game. And then they quit. The only people who haven't were the people who have been here since the very beginning, so they grew up with it. Or someone getting trained by someone who's in the very beginning. Usually people who've been there for a long time, a year plus. And apparently are just more intelligent than I am anyways. Because I've been doing customs and it just doesn't fucking help. I can't even push an input properly. I can't even crouch attack properly. Like, it's the most basic shit. Why can't I do that? 2 games in a row. 2 games in a row. I should have just threw blues and not given a fuck. And this guy's able to cancel out the fucking nunchuck blue, and I don't even get the parry out of that. I try to dodge the ult. Dude, I don't know what I'm doing. It looked like I was attacking. Why was I attacking? Why was I pushing attack instead of dodging? I don't fucking know, dude. I can't answer, because I literally don't know what the fuck I'm even doing. Because I have 0 button discipline. This shit can't be trained out of. Like, it's not something I'm going to be able to get over. If I haven't gotten over it yet, it's not going to happen. Oh, it's this guy again. Well, we know how this game's gonna end. This game's already decided already. I don't know where the fuck he's spawning though. It didn't seem like he was spawning near Imperium. I saw points in the unpopulated I don't know, dude. But I already know I can't beat this guy, so. Lag. At least I can't beat him with fan. I don't think I can beat anyone with fan. I thought I was better at fan than I was, but apparently not. I don't remember having issues with crouch like that. Like, I've even uploaded videos, I've been able to make fan work. So why now? I'm just gonna assume I'm like experiencing deep cognitive decline. Dude, if I lose this game, I may as well uninstall. I'm gonna have such an insane gear advantage just in terms of the Jades. As long as the bots don't fry it. Turn that into a staff.
細工などはっきりと見えるぞ。武術の心得なら我に多少あるのだ。武器調整中だ。せい。死の先祖のご加護だな。
I would take it, but I don't have any slots.
我に役立つだろう。
He didn't come to Imperium. This guy knows I'm an easy kill for him. I don't know why he didn't come to Imperium or to Arcadia. I'm really confused by that. Maybe he is like giving them to me. I don't believe that. I'm just going to assume this isn't someone who plays Quickmatch that often. He probably has a bad experience coming in here in ranked. But I don't recognize the name, so I'm not sure about that. It's possibly another Spirit Well refugee.
天の成した霊物、我に役立つだろう。
Well, he's gonna know I'm here pretty soon. As soon as I get that sword. Oh my god. I can't believe this. What?! What?! Explain those two parries. Come on, explain them. None of those made any sense at all. Dude, I'm tripping. That was fucking insanity. And it blew my fucking explosive armor. None of that made any sense. Not one bit. Holy shit. Dude, if I lose this game, it's gonna be even more embarrassing than usual. This is one of the most stacked builds I've had in a while. I'm willing to drop the Iron Lotus Bloom for an engraving or a Divine Flight. I'm really baffled by this game, frankly.
よい。我最悪なり。鎧は治った。
暗闇は
This is a real crazy game. In terms of gear. I probably don't want to leave that lying around because he obviously knows how to use it. Although, let's be honest, is he going to show up down here and pick it up? I'm going to ignore the bots. I really don't want them to blow my jades. And we know how awful they can be. I don't know why the one just derped out, but... So laggy. What the hell is this guy? I didn't loot all of Arcadia, so he might have gone there, but... I'm really confused where he went. Did he go to Twilight Pass? I'm missing jabbing is kind of like the big thing. I don't really got jabbing. Can't believe someone else killed my bot. That's crazy. What? Man, how does that turn into a catch? I don't understand bots sometimes. I guess the animation is just really long. Okay. Another bot. I'll probably forget to use it, but...
の先祖のご加護だな。
What a dumb game.
終わりなき大厄災が来るだろう。
天の成した霊物、我に役立つだろう。
Wow, that's a depressing pile. I have no idea where this guy's been all game. Very strange. Oh boy. Fuck this pot. I want nothing to do with him. Tuna. Fuck's he at? I've never seen a trace of him all game. I didn't see a trace of him last game either. Oh, fuck. I parried. Right, I'm using the wrong ability. There. And I still had Vulpine Essence. And I could have used Starfall at any point during that, but... Ultimately, Merciless Havoc and Hepta didn't do anything. But the Moral Defiance did. So... I think taking him off of nunchucks and taking him off of velocity was a bigger deal, though. I definitely had a gear advantage overall. I got definitely a little cucked by terrain. But more importantly, I actually had my ult as opposed to before. And I wasn't able to dodge his ult, but I was able to nullify it a little bit. I still don't know why he yielded the entire map. That's definitely was in the choice of all time. You know, now that I have my other small fan oiled, at least to an extent, what little bit you could oil it, I could put that here instead of this one. It'd be a little less noisy. I was able to do well with the fan in ranked. There was that Wu Chen I fought against that was pretty decent. And I used the fan to beat him. But in these last the last games, definitely not. I just screwed up the crouch every single time. I probably didn't hold the blues long enough. Just, I don't know. Kind of whack. Because when I took out the longsword, it definitely felt like the neutral game went very heavily in my favor at that point. And I think that kind of comes down to the muscle memory. I've used longsword quite a bit at this point, even though I'm not very good at it. I mean, that is what Immortal has told me. I mean, that's what everyone's kind of told me. Is when he really hammered it in that everything he does comes down to muscle memory. He says none of it is special. Pretty much anyone could do it, you know, given the ping and everything. Wow, like... But I think that's also why I've been able to get the odd kill on him, and why I've also been able to get him very low, is because I'm so fucking bad. I just do things that you just doesn't expect. Up. Up. And down. My bot will harass me. Yep, there it is. Like... What was it again? Up, up, down? But I don't know which ones it was. Okay, I was right. I actually kind of like Sky Punch. I'm not gonna lie. It's very good against bots. Yeah, I should have switched to V2. You can see that V1 is not very good. Depending on your positioning, I think V2 gives you a blue. And you can definitely combo out of it. I am confused why the first hit doesn't break it. But V1 is definitely not very good. Now, would that have made a difference in my fight against him? Well, I wouldn't have been held up for as long, but not really. I mean, it would have let me get damage on him, but you know, maybe things play out where I don't blow my Mortal Defiance as a result if I get more damage in, and it forced him to be defensive sooner. But I think a part of it came down to the fact he didn't take the reset very quickly, and I was able to re-engage. That's where I could have used Starfall. But I think I got a combo out of that engagement anyways, so, or a parry or something, so it kind of, you know, the theory crafting like that's not very useful, but that is an opportunity where you can use it. Because I think you can't use it if they're in focus. It's 12:30. I don't think he's in this game. This is a bot game. I think he gave up. I mean, he didn't really beat me that easily in the first fight, and I didn't have ult, and I was using fan. And I still got the odd parry on him. And he had a huge Jade advantage. The second fight was definitely... I don't know if you realized that I still had the Vulpine Essence. I mean, it's quite uncommon to have the two of them. But, I kind of went a little too ham because I had those. You kind of want to save them. But with the ult and me being unable to iframe it because I'm fucking terrible. Right. Now, I thought that's not supposed to be true. What? Yeah, try doing that against a player, huh? The timings will never work like that. This is the annoying thing, is like, you encounter a player like that every blue moon, right? Like, he's somewhere around my skill level. And it's just... The other guy I ran into was way better. And then the console players have generally been way worse. But most of the fights are going to be against bots. And if you go into ranked, it's going to be against all Unrivaled Azura and higher. There is no in-between. You have gods or you have trash. So, bots screw up your timing training. Some people are going to be really laggy. I encountered some laggers earlier in the day. And server hoppers are always laggy. And you are going to get fucked if you try to parry them on those timings. Most of the time you're going to get fucked trying to parry anyone. I mean, in ranked, if I fight, let's say I'd have 2 fights in ranked, I will usually get parry robbed once a fight. Usually. 90% of my parries do not go through. Like that, I can't do that against a player. I cannot parry the longsword blue against a player. And I know I'm using her F1 wrong, but I frankly have no idea how you're supposed to use that projectile. I'm trying to use it to be irritating, but you can't really do it against a bot. I definitely wasted one use of it in that second fight in the last game. But I think, oh, it's a projectile. I can use it to do some damage. No, it does no damage. I should check to see how much health it restores, though. I should be paying attention to that. It'll be in the videos, I'm sure. You'll see it to some extent. And I really want to try this. But man, we do not see the Flintlocks very often, do we? Much less at a decent quality. I've seen the fucking Jade more than I have a blue or higher Flintlock, I think. There we go. Alright. Just had to bitch about it. Here, I'll show you what this does. Alright. I'll be the first to admit, I don't really know how to do this slide very well in this game. I'll tell you that it uses a lot of repair. Walked into it. The other thing is too, is like, there's a lot of cases where I end up parrying too late against the boss, right? But you can't do this against a player. And if you parry late against a bot, or parry too early against a bot, those are the parries you need on the players. So you get acclimated to the one way because you're stuck against bots for so long. And then in a player, none of it works at all anymore. So that really, like, it's constantly resetting your training. You know how Goku says, "Don't forget your training." That constantly happens. Wait, we have a what? There's a player in this game? No way! There's a player in this game. That's crazy! See, against the bots, I'll wait for that blue to start. You do that against a player, you're fucking dead. Bye. Oh, this is the wrong ability. Oh, really scared. The bot will kill me through that. I think there's a little bit of damage reduction. And that's what saved me. God, this bot! No, I didn't want to release that! Shit! Please! Cease and desist, Toaster Chan! Thank God for the blue balls. Holy shit. That was fucking terrifying.
死の先祖のご加護だな。
Like half my weapons are scattered here and there now. No. Thank God, the terror is over. And I even got cavalry bloom out of him. Okay. Oh. I'm so bad with dual blades. Holy shit. The bots are just traumatizing. Oh my god. This game is gonna give me a heart attack. The blood pressure, the bots, the atrocities I am forced to endure. Why is it like this? I don't know. There's another one. Oh my god. Don't ask me how that parry did not go through. I'm actually not sure if that thing will hit him. Fuck this wall. No! I didn't realize that was a 1, 2, 3. Please! I wish the bots would just cease existing. What an unbelievably deranged experience. This has been such a thoroughly unpleasant game. Wait, I gotta turn this into a pole sword. If I do that, I won't have to use the dual blades. I can be free. What the heck? Someone's been over here. There's definitely a player. Finally. A weapon I have used before. Ass shaker. And I'll take that. All right, let's do this. I think that's a Syrah. I might be mistaken though. I have no idea what rank he is. I think I've seen this name before. Dude's gambling. Oh, I parried. I parried. Alright, he's a lagger. He was a lagger. That was incredibly close because he got off multiple what I think were Cyan Fangs, and each and every single time I tried to parry it, I didn't even start. It was effectively a true combo as far as I was concerned, and then the rubber banding started. Dude was definitely laggy. And then the all trading started, and I was like, right, I forgot to change the V2. I can't get control of this situation. And every single time I tried to do anything with that V1, it's like 5 seconds of cringing. Especially against that bot. Holy shit. Here I'm thinking, I'm just gonna bind it and run. No. Here you are, stuck. For like 5 years. Here, you can have a kite. Use it to fix your internet. Did I switch to V2? No, I didn't. That's my problem all along. That's crazy. I was gonna use the slide attack on it, and I just completely forgot. There's also a good chance, because of his lag, that the full sword was completely unparryable for him. Because I certainly didn't see any parry attempts. What a stupid game. Two people on shitty internet slapping each other over a game that has no prediction, no rollback. The fucking input buffering is completely fucked, or it doesn't exist at all in many cases. Like half charging, there's no input buffering. Or parry, it has like an eternal input buffer. Ah, dear, that's stupid. Well, although that weapon's a little easier to aim, it's not easy enough for me to aim. You can't bust him, that's lewd. so laggy. What the heck? I can almost get on this Asmongold server dude's head. There. Oh shit. Amelia Ally TV. What is that supposed to mean? My daily limit is reached. A lot of these wins just feel incredibly incidental. Do just 1, 2, 3 to the moon, and I would have just kept eating it because I couldn't parry it. I just couldn't interact. I couldn't even try to get the stone form off. And it's just not fun to play. And then when I do win, it's like I barely survive, and it's just a bunch of alt trading, and it's like, great, I won, but I feel like I could have played that way better. And I feel like I should have been able to interact with a 1, 2, 3, and right, like the win doesn't feel good. When I killed the guy with the red longsword, that was kind of a macro loss that he opted into in part, and he gave me all that shit. But the first half of it was just bad still, right? Like I took so much damage and I just had no idea how to not take damage. And there's times where I'm releasing blues that I don't intend to because they have auto release or whatever, and I should be using crouch to cancel it instead of dash, but I forget to use crouch, and right, like, and this is all really basic shit that you learn within your first week of playing this game. And I'm not learning. I know it, but I'm not learning to use it. That's what the bot matches should be teaching you, right? Like you should be using that opportunity because it's kind of a stress-free. Well, I say that in last game was just fucking panic, but this is normally a stress-free. You know, you die to a bot, whatever. They're fucking stupid. It happens. Gen Baller died to a bot in my game twice. I wasn't even able to fight him. Yeah, it happens, right? They're terrifying. And you should be using that opportunity to practice little mechanics like canceling out of blues with it. You know, build my muscle memory. Maybe my memory is so bad, I can't build muscle memory. I mean, I've thought about that. That makes the most sense to me right now. Oh! I heard him coming, but I didn't know he was there. I was butt mashing. I still got the parry though.
これこそ天の摂理。武器調整中だ。天の成した霊物、我に役立つだろう。正面はいても立ってもいられないようだ。世を驚かす意志。
I can't believe we had a player in the last game, but we were looking at bot timings. I guess I didn't pay enough attention to them, but I didn't see his name for a long time.
不死の先祖のご加護だな。
Okay.
不死の先祖のご加護だな。
Well, if you spam parry enough, eventually you'll get it, right? Yeah, I really am just that bad with numbers, too. Cycling everything I didn't want to. Well, regardless of everything else, it's been nice to have actual players in Quickmatch for a change. It'll end soon, like tomorrow it'll probably be a sharp fall off. There was probably would have been more yesterday when she came out, but
全てが破壊されるのをとくと見よ。
Excuse me? Why are you like this, bot Chan? You're always trying to interrupt my shopping. I think I understand what they did with the bots. There's like a frame perfect half charge bullshit going on that wasn't happening before. Not as much anyways. This one's definitely like 100% a bot lobby, you can tell by the player count. We're at 7, it's not even 20 minutes. This is actually like some of the lowest I've ever seen, other than cases that get back-to-back bounty scroll. Oh my god. Yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah. I gotta find where all the horses are whose asses you can slap. There's one in Arcadia. Isn't there like one over here somewhere, or am I mistaken? I can't believe there's literally a horse that you slap their ass. That's crazy. Here. You just walk up to a horse and slap his ass. There needs to be a neighing sound when you do this. A very long neighing sound, very protracted. And the whole map has to hear it, along with a loud echoing slap.
天の成した霊物、我に役立つだろう。死の先祖のご加護だな。
Actually, I want this. Because that's crazy. Ah!
小細工などはっきりと言えるぞ。弓を引けば万
Oh!
弦を鳴らせば鬼人も
It
驚く。
never happens. Okay, that happens often against bots. They started actually using stone form. And then they hold it. And before you know it, you've been trolled. Ah. I am on a search for spankable horses. By the way, I'm recording these videos to the wrong profile. Which is definitely a bra moment. Dark Souls 666.
我に役立つだろう。
They're being encoded to IF420 and not IF444 like they should be. So the quality, albeit though YouTube downsamples them anyways, it'll be a double downsample, which will be really gross. See, I have to predict parry that on a player. Yeah, that's... please. Finally. You fucking killed it. Can you not? Fuck that. Oh. Bollocks!
鎧は治った。
She didn't come around that edge anyways.
暗闇は満ちた。
鎧を修理し、出陣の準備を整えよう。
We have ways we deal with people like this. We deal with their kind a very specific way. Ah. 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 Bitch. I searched for the spankable horses. Arcadia's is still open. I'll just crawl up this wall like a spider. Horses are like spiders. A normal man would take the bridge. A horse climbs. We are being ejected from the horse Spankatron. Oh god, I'm stuck. I'm actually going to be in danger. Alas, the horses must be left behind. So if I try to navigate out there, I'm not even going to be able to outrun this. And then I'm going to take healing reduction. And I don't think you can even heal when you're on there. It's alright though, I'll find a horse to spank somewhere. Why do you slap the horse's ass? That's like one of the lewdest things I've ever seen in a game. The straight up porn games that infest Steam are less lewd than that. Do you think I can slap his ass a second time? Do you think he's a true deviant? If I slap his ass enough times, does he become a party member? Does he join my team? Oh my god, I can. Oh. Oh. That's crazy. Wow. That was crazy. And that didn't even kill him. I hate bots. They are deranged creatures. Not like the horses. The horses are pure and noble and firm and round. They got that booty. You wouldn't understand unless you've had horse booty. It's a Canadian delicacy. No! Why is it always the Viper bots? It's like Mucky is here to haunt me. Speaking of what, hang on. I'm gonna tell Mucky that you can spank horses. I forgot to relay this information. There. I'm still not sure how that ability is supposed to function in terms of like what role it's supposed to serve. I didn't even know I was even in a blue. I actually wanted to go inside the jizz, but as you can see, This does no damage. Oh, never mind. I didn't mean to kill her. I went and pushed F. Man. I was going to show you the other ability also does no damage. The right click off of the F. Maybe I should call it a day. Nothing worked out today at all. Earlier was kind of a disaster too. And then this string was a tragedy. If Mucky was on, I would go get destroyed by him. Where is... I can't believe she's still getting games at one. Duos be built different. That's crazy. I hope Soku one day stumbles across videos like this and knows that I've inherited his mind virus. The Zoomer mind virus. LOL. We have Sense, No Hide, a PvP. I don't know what that name is supposed to be mean. Zay Pesos. I haven't seen that one for a long time. C. That's because it's a console lobby and he's not a console player. Well. Maximum bra moment. I think this would be a tragedy, honestly. Few players. Small map, probably. It's just basically champion fight, but with more snowballing. You can't iframe that. That confirms that. Just spam roll. Yep. Oh shit. Fisted. Of performance. I'm so sad they removed the TV. I can't get inside of it anymore.